Sonny reels from shock and Curtis unleashes fury in General Hospital. Early spoilers June 30th to July 4th. Hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. General Hospital spoilers for June 30th to July 4th, 2025. See Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, is stunned, and Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, is lashing out in an extreme way. And as we always do on Early Edition Day, we're going to start with what is happening the rest of this week. And just a little side note, be prepared for news interruptions. There's bombing and stuff going on, and we've seen the CBS soaps interrupted, and ABC could be. And if it is interrupted and there's a preemption, be sure and check your DVR programming to make sure that you don't miss one. Alright, hopping into what's coming. Wednesday, June 25th, we've got Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, getting bad news. Now, his whole week has been rough. He's in the hospital getting his back checked out because he lunged for that receipt that Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, was holding, and he just took a fall. It was very embarrassing. So, he could be getting bad news about his achy-breaky back, or about Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, deciding not to pursue a personal injury suit for the SUV car crash. Or it could be more alimony demands from his many exes thanks to Tracy Q. Plus, Martin has a talk with Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, who comes to see him at the hospital. And Martin tells Rick, if anybody can irritate her, it's you. And it sounds like he wants Tracy to poke and prod. I mean that he wants Rick to poke and prod at Tracy, which would be pretty funny. Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, goes to see Brooke Lynn, Amanda Setton, and tells her that they really need to work together to get through to their son, Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza. He doesn't want to talk to either one of them. And of course, they're not the ones who were keeping the secret that he was growing up right under the nose of his bio mom and dad. And I do agree they do need to work together. Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, won't like that. And that's one more reason they should do it. Plus, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, stops by General Hospital for a chat with Elizabeth. So, I'm wondering if Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, told her mom Alexis that Liz knows that she cut the brake lines and that Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, asked her not to go to the cops. So, Alexis may be seeking reassurance from Liz that she really won't tell the police, and she may want to thank her. And of course, I think Elizabeth's rationale is simply because Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, died. But Liz warned Christina, don't do anything else, or I will go to the cops. And we know Christina is pulling this Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, con on Ava Jerome, Maura West. So that could come back around to bite Christina. And speaking of the local cowboy, Cody obeys orders on Wednesday. And it may be about Christina and the whole Ava seduction scheme. Or it could be something about Tracy because it looks like he is having a talk with her. He asks if his job is already done, and Tracy wants to discuss payment. You remember Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, actually cooked this thing up with Cody, which I thought was pretty brilliant. Marco Rios, Adrian Anchondo, delivers something to someone. Very vague spoiler. It might be about his mom Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, DUI case, and the deal that she's supposed to be cutting with D.A. Turner, Nazneen contractor, to testify against Sonny. Or maybe he is sending flowers to his boyfriend, Lucas Jones, Van Hansis. Speaking of, Elizabeth asks Lucas if he thinks that she is leading Rick on. Now, I think that Liz letting Rick breathe the same air that she's breathing leads Rick on. But that's on him, not her. Meanwhile, Ava calls somebody a lying liar, and it may be Rick. I wonder if she finds out he's been flirting with Liz, or maybe she figures out that Cody is running a con on her. Plus, Sonny asks someone what their answer is, and it may be about Natalia taking that relocation deal to get away from the Port Charles PD and her looming DUI trial. Then on Thursday, June 26th, we have Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, talking to Sonny, but she leaves that conversation quite worried. Carly may be all up in arms about the Sonny versus Sidwell, Carlo Rota, thing because Sidwell has made clear he wants Sonny's peers, and he'll stop at nothing until he runs him off. Marco is aiding and abetting in that. Lucy Coe, Lynn Herring, was trying to convince Sonny. So Carly may butt in, and when she does, she usually messes things up. She may get Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, involved. We'll see. Lucas gets some advice from Lulu, and it could be romantic advice about his relationship with Marco. And Brooke Lynn sees something that she definitely does not like. And I wonder if it's her son, Gio, talking to her enemy, Lulu. Plus, Dante gets a different perspective on things. He gets some food for thought from Jason Morgan, Steve Burton. And this likely involves Gio and maybe how to approach him. I mean, like him or not, Jason's been a deadbeat dad for years. Meanwhile, Dante was just in the dark. So, maybe he is going to have some advice from a dad who's not been good and who's trying to be better, given to a dad who's always been better and is now struggling because he's been seen in a bad light. Plus Marco gets some new info. This could be about Natalia and Sonny. Maybe Natalia tells him she's going to take Sonny's deal. I wouldn't mind seeing her jetting out of Port Charles for good. On Friday, June 27th, we've got Carly reminiscing with Jason. I wonder if they're talking about Michael's childhood and her lying to keep him away from AJ Quartermaine, Sean Cannon, with Jason's help because Carly just brought that very thing up to Michael in regard to him keeping Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, away from their kids. Anna is put on the spot. She's asked some very hard questions, and it may be about Sonny. Maybe it's Dia Turner pushing on her. Then we've got Daisy's christening event on Friday. Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, and Michael and the families are there. And there may be danger from that mystery stalker who may or may not be working for Sidwell. There's going to be a huge shock for Sonny. And I wonder if it is at the christening. Could be some kind of attack, or maybe they arrest him at that big family event. I guess it all depends on what Natalia decided. Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, and Brooke Lynn uncover something on Friday. And it may be about Britt Westbourne's, Kelly Thibault, past with Rocco Falceroni, Finn Francis Carr. The groundwork is being laid for Kelly Thibault's return in July. The week of June 30th through July 4th, we've got Brooke Lynn pondering her next steps now that she and Chase found out something. And Marco should be delivering that original birth certificate that she wanted. Brooke Lynn is getting closer and closer to getting revenge on Lulu, but it may hurt some other people as collateral damage when she does it. Sonny's going to face some fallout from that huge shock at the end of the prior week. And Carly is very eager to help Sonny. But as we know, Carly tends to make things worse when she gets overly involved. Dante switches gears. After that talk with Jason, after the talk with Brooke Lynn, we could see Dante taking a whole different approach to getting Gio to open up and let him into his life. Marco makes a big decision that week, and Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, goes on the offensive against Curtis and Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr. Now that Kai Taylor, Jens Austin Astrup, has spilled the beans and Drew knows Curtis and Portia are searching for Jacinda, Paige Herschel, to get her to lie about him. Expect Drew to act out in worse ways. Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ollie, is likely going to be upset at Kai over this. Willow is busy planning her wedding, and Sidwell is busy plotting to take down both Sonny and Jason. He needs them out of the way. The 4th of July episode should be an encore episode. That's generally what the ABC General Hospital does. So wait and see. Also, this plan to seduce Ava might be Cody's last hurrah before we see him far less because Josh Kelly has been pushed back to recurring. He is no longer on contract. So, I guess that also means no romance with Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, unless it happens off screen. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our General Hospital Update news channel and stay with us.